Oh wow, there's a sticker I haven't taken off yet. Wow, I cannot believe I actually left a sticker on. I just unboxed the Nexus 7. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Jacob Kaufman, I'm the Nerd on the Street, and this is my review of the Google Nexus 7. So, just about 24/7, I keep my Nexus 7 in the case. The case is, not really the best place to start, but we'll go from the outside in. So the case is just, front kind of flops around. I don't care. It's a case. When I'm using the tablet, it's like this. When I'm not using the tablet, I'm setting it down. So, the case is just kind of there. I'm going to go ahead and take the tablet out of the case for this review for you today. And I don't keep the case on the tablet for, for strength purposes. It's more for aesthetic purposes, because I know that backs like this can get scratched, but oh my god. This is actually a heck of a lot lighter without the case. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well, so this is the Google Nexus 7. It is a 7-inch tablet, or at least the screen is 7 inches. Bezel's not too big, as you can see when I turn the screen on here. Let me load up maybe a picture, or here, I'll load up Chrome. So you can see, well, there's the notification bar at the top, but hopefully you can at least sort of see the, box where the screen is. And yeah, I love the feel of this tablet. In the case, it's, it's solid, it's good. Without the case, it actually, wow. I honestly have not used this hardly at all without, oh wow, there's a sticker I haven't taken off yet. Okay, so yeah, I have been using this since Christmas, and yeah, like I said, I pretty much put the case on immediately. But the tablet really feels a lot nicer without the case, just saying. So yeah, the tablet feels great in the hand, even in the case. I don't get tired of holding it. It does feel better without the case, though. It's really light. I'd like to say it's lighter than the iPad mini, although I really didn't have much time to play with that. And yeah, as you can see, we've got, let's go through the hardware. We've got a nice plastic back. It's really actually soft. I used to think that the back felt the same as this, but no, it's softer. This is so light. I'm sorry, it's like I just got this all over again, because I just took it out of the case for the first time. So yeah, plastic back. We've got a pin thing here at the top. I guess for taking the back off or something, or maybe that's just a design flaw, I don't know. Over here on the right-hand side, we do have power button and volume buttons, and I didn't really have too much of a problem with those next to each other. I know some people say they do. I didn't personally. You might, though, because, power button, volume up. But yeah, I didn't have too much of a problem with that. It really fits nicely in your hands. Just going through random stuff here. I don't really have a script. The back says Asus at the bottom, because Asus does manufacture this tablet, even though it is, a Google tablet. And, I have had very good experiences with Asus Android tablets in the past. I knew somebody who had a Transformer Prime from Asus, and that was very nice. And yeah, I know this is a different class. This is 7 inches. It's budget. And that's the main reason I got Nexus 7 over the Nexus 10, was budget. But yeah, I really do enjoy this. It's got speaker right there. I'm not too fond of the speaker being on the back. There is a slot for it in the case. I do find, though, that if I'm holding the tablet like this, the speaker's going away from me. The case does have, like, when I bend the case over to hold the tablet, then, yeah, the speaker's right up against this flat. You'd think that would be a bad thing, but that actually redirects the sound out to the side, so it's closer to me than if it were going straight away from me, as it is, like, right now. So, yeah, speaker's on the back, and, yeah, I don't like the direction. It's not a bad speaker at all, though. It's, very, average. I wouldn't say I noticed, my HP headphones that came with my laptop, when I used those for the first time 2 years after I got the laptop, I was like, whoa. these are some quality headphones. No, it's nothing like that with this, but it's not crappy either. It's just like the speakers on my desktop. They're speakers. So yeah, on the front here we've got a camera. It looks nice. I mean, that's all I really have to say about that. As you can see, when the screen is off, there are no buttons on the front. The only buttons on this device are volume up, volume down, and power. Because, as you can see, the Nexus 7 runs Android 4.2.1 right now. 4.2.2 came out today, and I actually had the opportunity to install that, but I tried to, and it didn't work because I have rooted my Nexus 7. Keep that in mind. All of this, I'm including my root. Why am I including the rooted features? Because when I'm reviewing this product, I'm not really reviewing it for any one specific user. I want to review it for everyone. So, you know, I'm going to take the things that I did to it in mind. Or, no, I'm not going to. You know what? Forget it. I rooted this, and, so yeah. Let's get a little closer to the camera here. Oh, maybe you can't see. Well, you can a little bit. Hopefully you can. We've got software buttons, and that means that, yeah, the buttons are on the screen, and, you know, you tap them, to go home. You've got your multitask. I love multitasking on here, by the way. Just a button to get to multitasking. You want to close an app, you just swipe across. Easiest thing in the world. Let me turn my brightness all the way. It was all the way down. I think that was the problem. Can you see the software buttons now? Oh yeah, now you can. Okay. Am I still recording? Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. So yeah, I bet that was the problem. This also has very, very good battery life. I don't use it 24/7, but on the, you know, I don't want to say occasional use, more like relaxed use that I get from it. I charge it to 100%, and then I can use it for like a week, you know, and I, you know, use it probably less than an hour a day, but still. I did take a look at some of the numbers that it reported for what was using up the battery. The screen was number 1, and I find that to be a huge, you know, you've got all of your apps using up power that's like 2% of the power, and then it's all the screen that's running out the power. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Those are some numbers. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really have a script for this. So yeah, I did root, and I did that because the Nexus 7 comes with a phablet UI. I call it just the phone UI. It looks like what would be on my phone, my Android phone that I'm recording this with, but blown up. As you can see, though, these icons, there are more icons on the screen than there would be on my phone screen because I rooted this and I upped the DPI of the screen, or the reported DPI, to force it to give me the tablet interface. So basically, I've been using the Nexus 7 like it was a Nexus 10. And that's actually worked out pretty well. You know, most things are landscape-based now, which I don't really mind, considering the bezel at the bottom and top are actually bigger than the bezel at the sides. And I can, like, hold at this side. Wait, no I can't. So yeah, I actually do find holding it in landscape mode more comfortable sometimes than holding it in portrait mode, although like I said, it's different with the case on. It's really your personal preference. But yeah, bezel's bigger on the tops and bottoms of the device, so I don't really mind having it landscape based. And the one big thing that the downside of the root was a lot of apps on the Play Store are not installable on my device. It lets me look them up. It says it's not compatible with this device because of its DPI, and I tried changing the DPI back and they still wouldn't install. So, but I don't blame that on the Nexus. I blame that on my own rooting technique. So yeah, just I rooted. You can do whatever you want with it, but keep in mind that yeah, I did root, and I have been using this with a full tablet interface. The latest version of Android has 2 notification, bars. The one on the left has time, it's got your notifications. This is kind of your notification section of the notification bar. And yeah, as you can see, 7 new email messages. You just swipe to make those go away. And yeah, on the right side, you have another one now for settings. And it gives you some quick stuff, who's logged into the tablet, because recent versions of Android do support multi-users. I think that is a great thing. I know that people have been wanting that on Apple's iPad. Well, now they're going to go over to Android because they want that feature. So yeah, very good thing that it's got multiple user. You can change the brightness right from the drop-down toolbar. You can get to your settings. It reports your battery. You know, you can turn auto-rotate on and off. Although I will say, like, if I lock my tablet in auto-rotate and then I open up media, like a video from YouTube or Netflix, and then I turn it, then auto-rotate locked doesn't seem to apply. The media still rotates. So yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. You can see your Wi-Fi status, Bluetooth status, and airplane mode toggle. All very good stuff. I know some stuff were added to the section there with the 4.2.2 update that came out today, so I don't know all what that is about. So yeah. As you can see, well, hopefully as you can see, can you see this? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. I don't know how much you can see, but the Nexus 7 does have very, very smooth transitions. That's part of Project Butter was what they called it originally, and then they kind of got tired of the name and just stopped referring to it as anything, really. But yeah, they originally had a project called Project Butter with Android 4.1. That came with, yeah, original Jelly Bean. So yeah, that was designed to make transitions smooth, because a lot of iOS fanatics always complain about choppy transitions. I have another video about why you may not care about, or why you may care about, smoothness. So yeah, I don't really care about smoothness that much. Slow down, Jacob. I don't really care about smoothness that much, but if you do, you will certainly not be disappointed by, you know, transitions. You got your apps, you know. Every now and then there is a little stutter when I'm loading things. That's like, yeah, when I'm loading apps and stuff. It's not transitions. It's more just slowness than stutteriness, and it's not slow all the time. It's just, I mean, you'll probably see an example sometime today. So yeah, I love the Android interface, but, you know, this is a review of the Nexus 7 itself. Yeah, very smooth transitions. The camera isn't, you know, anything great. I did download a camera launcher app. I don't know, yeah, hopefully you can see that. It's reflecting my image on the camera right now, and yeah. Like I said, it's not something I would want to be recording, like, my YouTube videos with, but, you know, it's actually pretty good. And I have used it for Google Hangouts, Google Plus Hangouts. I love those, by the way. Like, I pretty much dumped my Skype account on the curb when I started using Google Plus Hangouts, but that's a separate topic. So yeah, I can take pictures and videos and stuff with this camera. Not that I would really want to, but it is very nice for video chatting. Definitely not, like, too poor for video chatting. I did enjoy the Chrome browser, how I can, you know, get to all of my desktop bookmarks and everything. That's actually why I use Google Chrome, is for cross-platform compatibility. So yeah, I can get to whatever's open on my other devices as well. That's very nice. I know this isn't really Nexus 7 specific, but, you know, if you're looking into the Nexus 7, you might care about these things. So yeah, I can get to, you know, i7 Workstation, Ubuntu. I can get to whatever's open on my other devices using Chrome. Let's talk about contents. I love the YouTube app. I didn't love the YouTube app that was on the phablet UI. That's why I rooted. So now I have the 10-inch tablet YouTube UI. And one of the main differences, if you're still wondering what that whole phablet interface thing is, that I was talking about earlier, is things like this. You see how there's two columns here? There's a column right here with, you know, buttons that I can click, and then there's a column right here. Well, on the phone UI, this wouldn't be two separate columns. It would be an entire screen full of these options, and then another entire screen full of this. I prefer to have the screen split. use my screen space more efficiently, in my opinion. So yeah, that's why I rooted. But yes, I love the YouTube interface. I'm gonna go ahead and play. And once again, this is the 10-inch tablet UI. You will not see it like this unless you decide to root your tablet and up the DPI like I did. And, you know, ask me in the comments how to do that if you want to. Rooting your Android device. Alright, so this is my own video, so you can't sue me.
Who requested this on my entertainment channel? I'd just like to say.
So yeah, I've got my, my video right here. I can like, dislike, the description there, and, you know, related videos, comments. So yeah, it's all right here. And then, of course, I can full screen, and I usually do full screen. So yeah, I love the YouTube app on this tablet. I like it better than watching YouTube on my desktop. Better than the website. So yeah, love the YouTube app. And once again, like, things like this. 2 videos per row, because this is a tablet-sized screen. Is one of the features that I enjoy with the tablet interface. If you're using the default interface, there will only be 1 video per row, which I think is a waste of space. But that's up to you to decide. So, I love the YouTube app. As for the rest of the Google Play stuff, it's not that I don't like the interface. It's just that there's not a lot of content that I like available. Like, you know, play movies and TV. More of my stuff is on Netflix than on, yeah, Google Play. More of my books that I read are on the Barnes & Noble Nook store than are on the Playbook store. So, yeah, Nexus 7 guidebook. I did get a few free books with this device that I enjoyed. So yeah, you see you have a nice, simple interface. As you can see, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes things load a little slowly. We saw some loading, yep, loading, and then they load. So every now and then you might run into something like that. And that doesn't happen often. I know it looks really bad, but that really only happens sometimes. But if that happening every now and then is something that would bother you a lot, then, you know, you may consider using an alternate app for your books. For instance, I use the Nook app, and, you know, I start up the Nook app, and I have the Nook app locked into portrait mode. So yeah, as you can see, the Nook app is totally fine. So a lot of these loading things aren't really hardware problems. They're more really they're not hardware problems, just hardware. No, they're not hardware problems. They're just software that needs to be optimized further. So yeah, you can look around for whatever apps you like best. Yeah, trying to think of what else to say. Let's start up Google Earth and see how smooth. I still don't know how much of the screen you can see, but I'm just trying to tell you everything I can think of. Wait, no, I already know how to navigate Google Earth. So yeah, you know, effects and transitions. I know that this, like, was marketed as a huge gaming tablet with its 12-core GPU. So yeah, I can zoom in to Google Earth pretty quickly, and, you know, things buffer just about as quickly as they can download. And yeah, I don't see a considerable amount of lag. There is, like, when I'm dragging, a little bit of lag that I can tell. I know that really bothers some iOS users. When I'm referring to them, I'm referring to mainly Chris Perillo. But yeah, no, it doesn't bother me that much. It really is, like, something that I would expect. But yeah, if that's something that bothers you, you may want to stick to the phablet UI. I do know that putting the tablet UI on this did slow it down, because more stuff on the screen at the same time is more stuff to load and whatnot. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind. You may not want to put the tablet UI on if you're worried about, you know, unsmooth transitions and whatnot. Let me close a few background apps here. Playbooks, YouTube, Chrome. Closing everything. Settings, Play Store. Let's talk about the Play Store again. Yeah, like I said, I love the Play Store. The new interface is great, but there's just not a lot available. I couldn't find a database app like FileMaker or Bintu on iOS. Please, somebody out there, like, I can search database, like, 2 things come up. Like, 2 things that are what I'm looking for. And then a bunch of stuff that I'm not looking for. So yeah, just, there's not a lot of availability. That's the main problem with the Google Play Store. Other than that, I really do enjoy what it has to offer. I really want to go into Play Music real quick, just to give you an idea of... Alright, so yeah, we've got, you know, nice effects. I'm looking for... I think I bought a specific song. Oh no, I think I looked at it on here and then I bought it on iTunes. Alright, I'm not really wanting to actually play any music, but yeah, I do enjoy Google Music and what it has to offer, Google Play Music, whatever they're calling it, because I can, you know, buy something and play it right off of the cloud. However, I am extremely glad that as of now we're still able to download content to our devices for offline viewing. So yeah, and I love the online, you know, UI. I love the online, it's a web app, basically, that I can go to on my desktop and use for Google Music. I'm sorry, the idiots next door strike once again. You can't even let me do a review? So yeah, I love the Google Play Store, although, once again, a lot of the content that I searched was not on the music. A lot of the music that I searched, a lot of the books that I searched, movies and TV, and even apps, I just couldn't find hardly anything. There is a lot in terms of numbers, but nothing that I wanted was on the Play Store. So that's the main problem with that right now. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I could show you every single aspect of the Google services, but I'll just tell you instead, the Nexus 7 really is made to integrate with your Google services. So if you use Gmail like I do, if you use Google Calendar like I do, there are a lot of built-in widgets and apps that are great to use with those. I am like a big Google user on the desktop, like Google's website. I use Gmail, I use Google Calendar, Google Sites, YouTube. I use everything that Google has to offer. I use Google Drive. I've actually been working on the Google Drive API. Google, if you're ever wondering why nobody develops for your API, it's because it sucks and you need to update your instructions. Just saying. But yeah, this integrates with Google Drive. So yeah, just everything's really great. Speaking of Google Drive, I can open up, like, this is a review of the Motorola Atrix that, as you can see, I can open it up. This is through the Google Drive app. So I have opened it up through the Google Drive app, and I am now able to type right in there. So if you're worried about getting, you know, an office management thing, as long as you're within internet range, most of the time that you'll be using the tablet, you can basically, yeah, use Google Drive as your office suites. Aside from that, there are plenty of free and paid office suites available, but yeah, I enjoy Google Drive. So yeah, you can also, you know, do email accounts that are non-Gmail in case you were wondering about that. Let's go to Google+. So I'm going to start a Hangout, and once again, I know that this is a review of the Nexus 7 and not of Google's products in general, but if you are planning to get a Nexus 7, you had better be planning to use Google services, unless you're planning on, you know, installing Windows 8 or something, which I'm sure is possible. You know, anything is possible when you have internet access. So yeah, I'm going to start a Google Plus Hangout with myself. showcase. Alright. So I'm going to go to the Google Plus app on the Nexus 7 right now, and as you can see, I can just hang out. Maybe not. Okay, sorry about that. That was actually because I was logged into Google Plus as the page manager of Nerd on the Street, so that is not a problem you'll be running into. So yeah, I can go straight to the Hangout section here. Invite people. jacobgkau @gmail.com. Hangout. Alright. Oh, cool. So as you can see, incoming Hangout, it gives you a preview of your face, and then it lets you accept or decline just like a phone call. So that is really great. So yeah. It's easy to block someone. Okay. Gives you a preview and Hangout. Alright. So as you can see, once I have added myself, if my computer had a webcam, I probably should have thought about that before, actually. But if my computer had a webcam, then my image from the computer would be showing up right here, front and center, and then I'm showing up in the bottom left. If there were more people on this Hangout, there would be along this bottom row right here, and yeah. I don't know how well you can see this computer screen, but yeah, I can see myself, and, you know, it's Hangout quality. So yeah, I forgot my computer didn't have a webcam for a second there, so I thought that might actually be helpful. So it's really easy to add Hangouts and to, you know, join Hangouts and whatnot. Calendar. I love the calendar interface, with the tablet UI at least. You've got your month calendar along the side here, and then you've got your week calendar right here. You can swipe through different weeks, select different events to get previews of them, and yeah. I can see later today I will be watching the MacBook Air unboxing on Locker Gnome's channel, or on Chris Perillo's channel, Locker Gnome. Forget it. So yeah, once again, trying to think of anything I can show you. Yeah. Here, I've got a game on here. I'll show you just, and this game is not like optimized for the Nexus 7 or anything, but I'll just show you to show you game performance. And so yeah, this is me playing a game, and if I suck at the game, it's because I'm trying to keep myself in the shot here. But as you can see, you know, accelerometer response is very nice, not really much lag at all. Yeah, once again, the Nexus 7 has great potential. It's just that nobody's developing for it right now. So yeah, obviously I can't play very well while I am trying to keep the device in shot of the camera, but yeah, it's just trying to think of anything to show you. Netflix playback is great. Once again, I can't show you any of that. What are they doing? Alright, so yeah, once again, I can't show you anything from Netflix without, you know, getting screwed for copyright. But yeah, Netflix playback is great. And yeah, I did copy some videos onto here from my computer to play back. And yeah, it played back fine once I downloaded MX Player. Play Movies did not recognize the file type. And yeah, VLC sadly is still in it's still in like pre-beta. So yeah, once VLC is officially released, then we'll be rolling. But yeah, I was able to play those videos with a third-party player from the App Store. Plenty of nice widgets. You got a What's This Song, kind of like Shazam for iOS. Am I the only one who still uses... Well, I don't actually use it anymore, so nobody still uses that. But yeah, you can, you know, if you're listening to a song, you can hit that widget. Oh, speaking of widgets, the lock screen has widgets now with the latest version of Android. So yeah, you see here's our lock button, and then over here we've got the clock. But aside from just the clock, you can actually swipe through and add different widgets. I think that the Nexus 7 has great... Oh my god. Totally forgot about... Google... I totally forgot about Google Now. And yeah, there's a new version that I can't get because I'm running the tablet UI. But, you know, I say Google. 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 Okay. It only works once per launch. Google. Set an alarm for 11:20. Wait. No, that wasn't right.
Setting alarm.
Up. And it's setting an alarm for 11:20 p.m. I meant to say 12:20 because that's in 3 minutes. So yeah, but it did just set alarm for 11:20 p.m. with the title, wait, no. You can also say things like, what's the weather going to be like this weekend?
This weekend's forecast for St. Louis is 37 degrees and partly cloudy.
So yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear that. What's the weather like next weekend?
Here's the forecast for St. Louis.
So yeah, very useful. You can search pretty much anything that it doesn't know, it searches Google for. So that's very nice. I use the alarm setting function every day. So yeah, I love Google Now. It is definitely the coolest thing. Yeah, it comes with this tablet. Gmail, the Gmail app with the tablet UI is very nice. You know, split screen, you got your folders, you got your emails. Here's the one from Google+, and then you've got the actual email itself. Show pictures. Always show pictures. So yeah, just very nice interface. You can easily archive things. And yeah, I archive everything. So yeah, very nice email interface. The web browser, once again, I really do enjoy. Here's my website, nerdonthestreet.com. I have set my tablet up to request desktop versions of websites. I don't know what your tablet is set to, but yeah, you can set it to go to mobile or desktop versions of websites. So yeah, I really do enjoy the browser on here. It's a very rich browser. It no longer comes with Flash, so that's one down. But yeah, you know, very nice browser. And once again, that integrates with all of your other devices that use Google Chrome. Oh yeah, I love the keyboard. You're typing, you get, you know, that nice click feedback. It doesn't actually vibrate, but you can hear it. But I can also, there's a sort of, swipe style keyboard, where making sure I am within, so, you know, I can type, or, like, if I wanted to type hello, I can just do this. I can just swipe my fingers across the keys. That was not correct. I think that was my fault, though. There, yeah, there we go. So yeah, you can just swipe your fingers across the keys. Of course, that only works with words that are already in the predefined dictionary, so it won't work with, like, names and whatnot, but I definitely use that, like, more often than I thought I would. We're going to go ahead and run the Peacekeeper browser test. So yeah, as you'll see, I'll just kind of hold this up while I talk about the Nexus 7. I really do enjoy the Nexus 7. I love using it. It's better than, you know, using my Android phone. I love the pure Android experience, even though I don't always get everything working right, because I did root and apply a few hacks to get this to the way that I wanted to use it. That is a full tablet interface. Was really something I was looking for, and I did get that, you know, as I said, with the downside of no apps are compatible for my device anymore. I really do love this device. It really is more of a consumer device than a producer device. If you are looking to buy a tablet to, you know, edit video with, the Nexus 10 might be a better option for you. But yeah, this really is, it's not the best thing for a producer, but for a consumer who's watching videos, reading articles, reading books, you know, browsing the web, this is, once again, like, great product. In terms of gaming, the quality of gaming is about the same as the quality of gaming is on my iPod Touch. So, yeah, it's not like Xbox-style gaming yet. Once again, I think the biggest drawback is there are just no games available for Android, really. No notable ones, anyways. So, yeah, I really do love the Nexus 7, and I'm sorry that this review wasn't too focused. Oh, yeah, on the bottom here, I'm skipping around all over the place. You've got your micro USB to USB port, and your headphone port there. I really do love the device. It is really very light. Love multitasking. Some things that I don't like, though, are sometimes the device is slow. It's, you know, like when you first start it up, the widgets can be a little slow to load. After everything is loaded up and in the buffer, then it is very, very quick, very smooth with transitions. It's not choppy, it's just slow. And yeah, that goes back to the whole, don't try and produce media on this. However, this is a great device to, you know, watch some YouTube videos, browse the web, maybe write a text article, although I still prefer writing articles with keyboards that are solid. But yeah, if you're just looking for a tablet to, you know, use as a media consumption device, if you're just looking for a general use tablet, this is really great option. It's better than other Android tablets because it's officially endorsed by Google and it's made by a really great company, Asus. So yeah, and of course it's mainstream, so you're going to have a lot of online support options available. So yeah, definitely better than other Android tablets. How does it stack up against iOS? I'm not sure if I want to go there. It really is whichever interface you prefer. I personally prefer having more things on the screen at one time, and I know sometimes that can... I personally prefer having more things, lots of things, on the screen at one time, which is why I rooted it, to get the tablet interface. The default interface is actually a bit more like iOS than the tablet interface is. But yeah, it really is, you know, stop by an Apple store, try an iPad mini out. I know there are not a lot of places to try this out, but get your hands on one if you can. Just figure out which one you like better. Also, price point. This was $200, and yeah. So I only had $200. That was maximum for me. If you are low on money, like I know some people say, don't get this, save your money and get the Nexus 10. Some of us can't do that, idiot. If budget is a huge deal, don't worry about this being a low-quality tablet. It's not a low-quality tablet. It's not an entry-level tablet. It really is a general-purpose tablet. This tablet does everything that my iPod Touch does. So yeah, does everything my iPod Touch does. And I don't really use my iPod Touch for general use anymore, but yeah, does this do everything an iPad does? I'm not so sure. For a general purpose tablet, this is really great. Waiting for this freaking test to finish. I think I broke it. Okay, well you can look up numbers somewhere else. I'm just telling you about the user experience. Great user experience, smooth transitions. Sometimes it can be slow. Not a lot of content available through Google Play, but there are plenty of, you know, other apps that you can load on, like Netflix and the Nook app that will add more content. So yeah, just research what's available, what you like, and try it out. I mean, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Really, if you were to, or if I were to sum up this entire review, that would be it. Smooth transitions. Sometimes it can be slow, and yeah, very nice experience. Great hardware. Feels great in the hands. I know some people don't understand that, but it really does. Like, I know the iPad Mini has a metal back, and this got plastic back. I prefer this. And I prefer Android over iOS. If you prefer iOS over Android, you know what? Go get an iPad. That's the beauty of it. You can get whichever device you want. You can get whatever device you want. You can get a freaking Microsoft Surface if you want, although I highly suggest against it. But yeah, you can do whatever you want with your technology. This was just my personal opinions about the Nexus 7. This was my review of the Google Nexus 7. Thank you for listening. Yeah, I totally broke this test. If you have any questions about the Nexus 7, I've been waiting. Please, post a question, and I will make an entire 10-minute, at least, video with the Nexus 7 answering your questions. So if you have any questions at all about the Nexus 7 or about Windows 8, which is on my desktop, please put that in the comments section below. Please put that in the comments below if you have any questions at all. If you want to see any hands-on stuff. So yeah, I will do everything in my power to get that to you. It never feels like I say enough with the videos that I make. It just never feels like I'm saying enough. But you know what? I think I have said enough for today. Sorry if I got a little too specific, but I am Jacob Kaufman. I'm known on the street, and this was my review of the Google Nexus 7.